What's up, everyone? It's day 7 of phase 1 of the Livehard program. I just finished my second workout of the day, my 45-minute outdoor workout, which consisted of a 2.5-mile ruck. I had 35 pounds in my backpack, and weather conditions were about 40 degrees, it says. I don't know if I believe that because the wind was blowing a lot harder than yesterday, and it has to be in the 20s. So they're expecting rain where I have to go tonight. I'm working about an hour and a half from my house. I am going to work tonight. I have to leave in about 30 minutes. I woke up this morning about 11:30 because I got home at 7:30. Did right at an hour on my tread climber. That was my workout 1. Got in my hydration with my Celtic sea salt. Drank a shake, a Formula 1 First Form protein powder. Did my shower with my 5-minute cold shower. I did my reading and my progress picture. Got my 2 workouts done. Got 2 meals in already and a protein shake. No, I have 1 meal. I have a meal I'm about to eat. And then I'm about to hit the road. I'm working 6 to 6. Last night was very easy. I didn't really have to do anything. I was monitoring 3 compressors and 2 wellheads, monitoring the facility, getting oil hauled off, making sure the tanks didn't get too full, all the stuff that's entailed in being a well tester, making sure everything's operating correctly. Basically, I'm being more of like a pumper, babysitting a well. It had been shut in for a couple of days. Some things have been frozen that took a while to unthaw, or thaw, not unthaw. Took a while to thaw, and that caused other things to freeze up. So they had to bring in flameless heaters and tarps and vents to thaw out the compressor itself. They finally got it going yesterday, and they just wanted to have somebody there to make sure it was operating correctly. And this was kind of the job that I was looking forward to doing. I'd been off for about a month, which I went on a cruise with my daughter during Christmas, but it was a pumper position that I wanted because it's more consistent. It's got a set schedule. It's not this job to job that I've been doing as a contractor. It's an hour and a half from home. But anyways, if that comes up, I'll mention it. But it's what I've been trying to get in on. My friend that got me in on this job originally 5 years ago is what he's doing there right now. Pay is good, especially for what it is, having a schedule like that and being consistent. So this might be my foot in the door for that. I'm just gonna expect that to happen. That's my goal. That's part of my visualization process, having that vision of different things that you want in your life, in your future, whether that's having a family, a business, things, whatever. So you have to pick what you want out of life. But anyways, I'll bring that up again if it comes up, but I feel like this could be the way in. As long as I do a good job, which is what I try to do each time. Anytime I go out on a job, I want to be the one that are going to want to call back. So I'm going to be the one that does what I say I'm going to do. I'm going to be on time. I'm going to look the part. I'm going to, the people that show up unprepared, they don't have their tools, they don't have their shirt tucked in, they're just sloppy. That's not me. I'm going to be there on time, clean clothes, because we have to wear FR clothes out there. So some people just wear the same thing daily, even if, like last night, I could easily wear the clothes I wore last night because I didn't get dirty. I didn't do anything, but I don't do that. It's just not me. I like to smell clean. I like to feel clean. But anyways, that's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is yesterday I did have some cravings off of what I'm supposed to be eating, mostly because I stopped at Love's on the way, the gas station, Love's truck stop on the way to work, and got some coffee, which was just black coffee with some sweet and low. I don't add any half and half or any extra calories because that would be considered cheating on your diet. You don't have coffee creamer on your diet anywhere, I'm sure. This isn't if it fits your macros. This is follow a diet to its T, or you didn't complete the day and you have to start over. But I almost felt like getting some honey roasted peanuts because that's just something I'm used to grabbing if I'm going to work and I'm getting something out of the gas station. Really wasn't unprepared yesterday for work because of the timing. I got told I needed to be there. I basically just didn't have time to prepare. I had protein shakes instead of meals, which is still what I'm doing. It fits what I'm doing. I didn't over carb or anything. Basically, I did a low carb day yesterday because of the situation I was in. And today, or not low, but 0 yesterday. I'll be going to do low today with fish as my protein powder, and I'll have probably some 4 whole eggs and 4 egg whites worth of eggs, so 8 total eggs. to get my protein. And I try to get 30 to 50 grams of protein per meal, either 4 to 5 times a day, or 5 to 6 times a day total, because I count protein shakes as a meal. So I might eat 4 meals and have 2 shakes is what I'm getting at. You can do whatever works for you. If your goal is to gain weight, then that's not for you. You need to do what fits yours. You can get a diet and workouts and programs like that off the First Form app. It's $12.99 a month. You can learn how to do all the exercises that are listed on your workouts through videos that are posted. You can have somebody there to chat with if you have questions about anything. It's a really good alternative to actually having to hire somebody. You can hire somebody that can have you have a lot more relation with you, be more interactive, be able to give you way more guidance than obviously the app. You'll be able to ask a lot more questions to somebody that you're actually paying, which I haven't used the app to question people about any of the stuff yet, so I don't really know. I can't say how much information they'll give you, but everybody there is personal trainer certified, NASM, ISSA, or NCI level 1 dietitians. They have dietitian certifications. The people on the coaches on the First Form app, so you don't have to worry about getting wrong information. These people are well qualified people. That's why they have the position they have. That's why they're coaches for First Form. Obviously, Andy doesn't let people that don't have the skills and the qualifying standards to be in positions with his company. So that's just that's just an option. Not everybody can afford a trainer, so most people can afford $12.99 a month, and that's what you're gonna have to do if that's what it's gonna take for you to get on a program and learn how to do things. That's well worth it. I remember whenever I first started working out, all there was magazines and like message board forums that you had to learn from people that have already been working out since the 80s, and this was in the early 2000s. So way more information available right now than there ever was in the past when I first started working out. So there's no excuse. There's always a way to find a different workout or somebody to help you, or somebody that's setting an example that you want to follow. But the main thing is, whenever you finally decide in your life that it's time for you to change, it's going to have to be a personal decision. You're not going to be just listening to your spouse or your friends or somebody else tell you that you need to change, because it's falling on deaf ears. Until you finally are disgusted with the situation in your life, the way that you look, the way that your finances are, the way that you feel, the way that your life looks, until you're actually committed to making the change, you just have to finally know that it's time to start, and it's going to be hard. Most days are not going to be favorable. There's going to be days, that are easy. It's easy to get through. The cost was cheap, but that's not most days. Most days, you're not going to feel good. You're not going to feel like having anything to do with what you have to do. You're not going to feel motivated. But those are the days that you pull out the discipline that you've developed from doing a program like this, from consistently overcoming obstacles as they come your way, and knowing that the mental toughness that you've built throughout your whole life, because if you look back at all of the times that you thought you were defeated, you overcame that. So if you think back to the beginning of you having difficulties, you're undefeated, right? If you're still here, you may have had some bad breaks, you may have had some bad business dealings, bad relationships, or whatever. You overcame the effect of it afterwards, though. Yeah, you might still have some type of situation you're dealing with now, but you're going to overcome it because you have the mental toughness that you built up all the other times that you thought you couldn't handle it, and you did. But most people will choose the easier path, and that's to not change. If you look around, most people are not going to change. If you go to the store, for example, you look around, everybody's just kind of just going through life. Everybody's dealing with their own things, but if you're not controlling the things that you can control, like the food that you eat, the amount of water that you drink, the things that you read, the things that you listen to, the things that you put into your brain, the chemicals that you're eating, all the things all the things that you can control. If you're not controlling those, which is all the people that you look around and they're 200 pounds overweight and they got a cart full of cereal and Oreos, they aren't going to change until they finally decide that they have to, whether it's health related or somebody leaves them because they're tired of and disgusted of the way that they look. That's just how it goes. It seems like it takes a big breaking point in people's lives for them to actually change. For me, it happened to me too. Like I had to decide whenever, it was basically about 5.5 years ago, I had a pretty difficult situation. I was dealing with a bad breakup. I was in a bad financial spot. Then I got through that. I started this company that I'm doing now in the oil field that's been 5 years now, and I overcame it. But it took that hard situation. That was one of the most difficult times in my life, where I was, drinking and not responsible with my funds, and I was just basically putting myself in worse conditions than if I would have had mental toughness and I would have kept doing the things that got me through all those difficult times. It's going to be a lot more shortened of a time period that you're going through that difficult time, and it's going to be not as hard each time because you know that you overcame it the last time. So most people aren't going to change. You can't force people to change. It's not up to you to make people change. What is up to you is to make the decision for yourself that it's time, and control the things that you can control. Always choose the harder path, and know that what you're doing is setting the example for everybody around you. Whenever people see you make drastic, huge changes in your life and their life is a dumpster fire, they're going to ask you what you are doing. They're going to see it. They're going to want to replicate it. They're going to be inspired, because if you were a loser like them, they can be a winner like you are now too. So I've had so many people come to me, message me, whatever, and over these, years now. Thank you. You inspired me to get in shape and stuff like that. So that makes me feel good. Whether I get messages on here from you guys supporting me, I appreciate that. All the support that I get, it just makes you feel good, because you're changing people's lives. That person's going to go out and make a difference in their life, and then other people around them are going to see it, and other people around them are going to see it. Everybody's going to be changing, and it's just going to be this big culture change compared to if you go out and try and yell and scream and burn something to try to get people to change. That's not going to work. You have to start at the individual level, and it just spreads. So just like cancer spreads, positivity and a culture shock can spread the same way. We can change it like that, and that's what we're doing with this bison. The bison attacks the storm head on. It doesn't run from it. It goes through. It picks a difficult path, which is going straight towards the problem, and it's the quickest path to the other side of the problem. It's up to us. So if you haven't learned about the 75 Hard program yet, or the Livehard program, you can go to episode 208 on the Real AF feed with Andy Frisella. You can pick a book, pick a diet, and get started tomorrow. Quit wasting your time. You see people changing their lives. Millions of people have done the program and have successfully changed their lives. It's not going to put you exactly where you want to be, but it's going to push you well on your way. And after 75 days of dieting and everything, you could easily lose 50 to 100 pounds. There's people that have done it. They don't have any special talent or trait that you don't have. We're all built the same. But what they have that you don't have yet, maybe, is mental toughness. They had to decide that they're done with the life that they're living. They're done being sick. They're done being tired of how they look. They're tired of clothes not fitting. Whatever it is, they had to make the decision. You could be really skinny. It could be the same thing. You're tired of being skinny. You're tired of not having any muscle. You're tired of not getting the attention you think that you should get from women or men or whichever. You have to make that decision, and that's up to you and you alone. So choose the harder path. Make the decision that's going to change you. Decide that it's time. Start the program, and just see and know that the end result's going to be there as long as you continually put in the work and don't ever give up. But I have dang, it's already 4. I got to change real quick and I hit the road. So maybe this video will upload, maybe it won't. But today's January 21st, Sunday, 2023. I'll be back tomorrow for day 8. Peace.